Mr. Fun, Thug Coding. Thug Coding, Mr. Fun. Sunday, I think it's the 28th or 29th of September, close to the end of the month. I was thinking, I hope it's not going to be too windy with the brains blown out of this Jeep. You hear all the wind and everything. But anyway, I was thinking years ago, I was in the studio with George Clinton. This is maybe 2013, 2014, 2010. I don't really remember when it was, but I was in a band called Atomic Headz on his label, Conspiracy label, Atomic Headz. You never heard of it because nothing really happened other than me getting a chance to meet motherfucking George Clinton multiple times. And he's a legend, man. You know, I remember being in the 4th grade over my partner's house, spending the night in Baldwin Hills. And his parents, they had bread, so he had his own room, big ass room, and he had crates full of Parliament Funkadelic. This is in the 4th grade. I went to St. John the Evangelist off of Crenshaw in maybe 60th Street in Crenshaw. I don't remember. But my partner, and we're listening to Parliament Funkadelic. He had all the records. This is 4th grade in the 1970s, nigga. A 4th grader listening to Parliament Funkadelic. But anyway, so it's my childhood, I won't say idol, but my legend, you heard? George motherfucking Clinton. So anyway, I had met him 2 or 3 times before. And on this particular time, I had gotten a book for him called When Rocks Cry Out by Horace Butler. Yeah, Mr. Fun, I gave When Rocks Cry Out by Horace Butler to George Clinton. And it made me think about When Rocks Cry Out, not because we're talking about George Clinton and the rocks, shit like dope fiend rocks, but I just wanted him to have the book because of the impact and influence that he made on my life as a youth. Once I read that book, man, I was like, you know, when I found out I was going to go to the studio and he was going to be there to meet with him, I got a copy of the book and gave it to him. But I never know if he read it or anything like that. But funny thing, he was making some kind of song and I was sitting next to him and I was like, yeah, you got to change the hi-hat, man. Change the hi-hat. He kept putting hi-hat. I was just like, too much hi-hat, man. You got to change that shit. And he looked at me like I'm George Clinton. What is it?